We're just getting loaded up here, gonna go out and do some brush hogging today. We've got 3 different customers. The third one called us last night and they're gonna be in the same general area as the other 2 jobs, so we thought we'd try to cram them in too. Gotta get back by 5 p.m. so I can take my son to soccer practice, but we're gonna do what we can here. Just got this tractor in as well, haven't cleaned it up yet, so came in with this brush hog on here, a 60-inch Frontier RC2060 with chain guards on it and a slip clutch. So it's behind a John Deere 3032e tractor, 32 horsepower. I've done a lot of brush hogging and service work with this series of tractor. They're really great for it, actually. So anyway, we're going to take off here and get to the first stop. Well, job number 1 is done in the books. Cut about 2 acres. Got there at about 8:20. Well, I think that's what time I checked when just before I started cutting, and then we were on the trailer and pulled out of their driveway at about 9:30 or so. Maybe not quite. I just stopped at the gas station. I had filled up before we went to this job, and then I just topped it off again. I've got 2 more jobs I'm trying to do today. So we were at a complete full tank on diesel, and then we went down to about 3/4 of a tank. So when I filled it up, I'll post a picture as well here, but I took a picture of the fuel that I used just so you have an idea. And I went through, it was $3.88 in fuel, so I think it was less than 2 gallons, well under 2 gallons of diesel for that 2 acres of brush hogging. Just to give you an idea, that's what a John Deere 3032e is going to burn right in that area there. But now we're on to the next job here. It's about a 40-minute drive, and then I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to add it up to see how big this job is going to be. But they got a couple long areas. One's a skinnier path to get back to where they're going to build a house, and then they want to get it all brush hogged and just ready for preparation later this year when they go in to start building their house. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys a little bit. See ya. So we just got to stop 2. You can see the homeowner, well, the property owner, has already cleared out a substantial amount of this thick brush, so that's much appreciated here. This is going to be a new home for them, so they're just looking to get this pathway cleared out, and then you can see it opens up back there into the larger area. So I'm just going to take a quick survey here, make sure there's nothing jumping out at me that needs to be avoided. Obviously we got a lot of these stumps, but they did a really good job cutting those down low to the ground there, and just a lot of smaller stuff that's still standing, which is perfect. So this area here, that could be a little dicey there, but so far so good. They did a good job staking this all off here with this orange tape. They're not out here today. They came out here, I don't know, a week ago or so, and staked it all off, and looks like they did a good job. If I screw this up, I guess I probably have bigger problems, huh? So obviously there's some bigger trees here that I'm not going to be able to tackle, but I'll get everything else besides that. So anyway, I'm going to take a quick spin around and then we'll get to mowing. Alright, so we just got done clearing our second job for the day. You can see we were able to get most everything. There were some clumps of some really thick stuff that I just couldn't quite manage, so I did a lot of backing up and trimming around there, which is a little bit of a pain, but I wanted to get as much of the brush that I could for the customer. Again, you can see that orange perimeter. They put that tape up all the way around. This is going to be their building site right here. So up over this way, there's a path that leads back out to the road, and my truck, you can probably see it there a little bit. So overall, good job. Again, this is a Frontier RC2060 rotary cutter, or brush hog, or bush hog, or whatever you want. It's not a finish mower, that's for sure. But over here's an example of one of the biggest trunk sizes I tried to tackle, so probably actually a little bit too big. I bit off a little more than I could chew there, but trying to give a point of reference there. You know, that's, I don't know, that could be, well, part of it's chewed off, but 2 inches for sure, which is a little more than I probably should have done. But overall, it tackled everything really well. Here's an example of something thick right there. That's a good size. Chop that up, no problem. Now, if there's a thick stand of that, it could be a challenge. But here's a nice clump right here. Chewed that up pretty good. You know, some big stems, some small stems in there. But overall, not a bad job. I didn't want to get any closer to the ground. You can see it's cut up. It was, I don't know about the 6 setting, so I don't know if that's 6 inches or what that is on the 3-point hitch there, but that's where I was cutting at. So overall, you can see this one here, that trunk there is a little bit, that's about like that one I mowed down. I decided this is probably a little bit too big, so I didn't take on any more of those. That back section over there, you know, just had too many large large trunks in there, too many large stems that I didn't want to tackle. So I backed in and mowed around most of it that I could. But overall, get out here with a chainsaw and cut these down, have it done in a half hour, an hour. Not too big of a deal there. But there's the pathway that goes up to the road. So that's what they're going to have coming back to their setting here. Beautiful setting, really quiet. If I'd shut up, you'd know that. The birds are chirping. Deer trails galore through here. Saw some rubs on a couple of the trees as well. My kind of place. Anyway, we're gonna get loaded up and head to job number 3. So we have some more brush hogging to do. He said he had a pile of dirt to move, I think about 5 yards. He just wants spread out, and then a few bushes pushed over. I didn't bring any other tools, so I'm hoping I can tackle that with the bucket here. But had to clean off the screen here a couple times. Starting to get a little dirty again, if you can see in there, but handling well.
Yeah.
Is that what you had in mind, or no?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fell on top of the well. I didn't get anywhere near the well.
Yeah.
I didn't see the well until
yeah.
right following,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. No, that's perfect.
kind of blended in there.
That's
but,
perfect. It'll take the scruff from overgrowing, and then I can stay up with it with a small mower deck.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's coming out pretty easy at the root, so I'm just kind of pushing it away.
That's what I kind of figured. Like, you can just take that and push that back that way or whatever.
Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's too much of an incline, but it is enough where it gets a little tippy, so I'm just trying to...
Yeah, no, I understand.
Play it a little safe there, but I'll see if I can scoot that pile that's up there and push it just straight ahead down the hill there, pretty much. You know. So, but yeah, and then those ones, I'm gonna grab those, put those in the bucket. I popped them out of there on the side of the hill over there on the far side, so I'll put those in the bucket, or I might just drag them because they're probably pretty light. You know, keep that going. But I got a little GoPro going, make a little footage of it, so it's always fun. I like to make compilation videos. So.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But, yeah, you know, I mean, it's for service work, you know, it kind of puts it out there for what I do, you know. So. Yeah, and someone challenged you and said, you did this, and you can say, no, I didn't do that. Yep.
So, CIA.
It's fun. Yeah. I just do it for the fun aspect, but you've got a good point. Yeah. So, but, so I'm just kind of working my way around. So far, so good.
Okay. But, all right. Well, I'm headed back to work if you need me or whatever.
Okay. I'll take a picture of each side and send it to you when I'm done so you can see.
Okay.
But, and that cart, you just want the cart just kind of wherever.
Just pushed out of your way or whatever. I'm going to load it up and get rid of some of this junk. So
okay.
Got a little too much shit around.
What is that? What is that?
That is like an old Cushman truckster.
Is that from like an airport?
You know what? I think it was like used with Jim Gilmore and AJ Foyt on their race team.
Oh, really?
Foyt Racing. I don't know if you know any of the history of that.
No, I don't. No.
But Jim Gilmore was a Cadillac dealership in downtown Kalamazoo,
Yeah.
and he partnered with a guy named AJ Foy. And I think that they may have used that because that's their colors, and it's got a Foyt Racing sticker on somewhere on the front of it.
No kidding. Huh.
I bought it, I don't know, 25 years ago, and it was in pretty bad shape 25 years ago, and it's been rusting in peace.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess it's pretty much reached its life, but it's
Yeah.
a Cushman truckster.
Huh.
I got some other Cushmans that are in a lot better shape.
Oh, do you?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll let you get back at
Okay,
it. Thanks a
sounds
lot.
good, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for reaching out.
You bet.
So here's that Cushman truckster you might have heard that gentleman talking about in the background there, just off camera earlier. But he said this might have something to do with AJ Foyt and Gilmore Racing from many moons ago. He said it'd been sitting out here for 25 years, just you know, aging. See that roof there is just completely collapsed in, but kind of a cool old piece here. Too bad it's in such disrepair, but that's how those things go. Sounds like he's just going to haul it off to the dump. But here's the after. You can see basically what we were doing was just clearing away from the building here. The growth was just starting to creep on in, and so we just pushed everything back there, mowed a little bit. Really used a lot of the bucket to push these bushes away. You know, it was tricky, one, because there's such limited room here between, you know, the bushes, which came out to somewhere in here, and, you know, on the side of the building there, all the way around. And so trying to navigate with that, and also this slope, which is kind of hard to see, doesn't look like much here, but it's pretty deceiving, especially when you're sitting up on the tractor. So, you know, those couple combinations there with a bush hog hanging out the back, which was nice to have for ballast, but, you know, took up another 7 foot of length. It was a bit of a challenge, otherwise it could have gone quicker. So overall though, pretty pleased with the results. I really like how it looks back here. This opened up big time, so I think he's really going to like this. I don't know, you could even try to maintain this area here just with some, till it up, put some grass down. It's got nice southern sun exposure, and pretty open canopy there too, right in this neck of the woods. Although again, we are early spring. Well, it's almost May, but it's been a late spring for us here. So this is actually my first service day of the year, so I've been able to knock out 3 jobs today and have 1 more tomorrow. But I don't know if you saw it earlier, but I did take out a pretty good sized tree here. This guy right here, you know, it's probably, I don't know, 4 inches across there, and you know, it was creeping up on 20-25 foot tall probably, but popped that out pretty good with the bucket there. Wasn't a problem at all. So then here, had a bit of a challenge grading this pile out here. I think what he had done over the years is back up his trailer right here and dump stuff. So because there was a mixture of, you know, old cut logs, boulders, river rock, dirt, branches, I mean everything, you know. So I didn't know what I was digging into half the time, or would change texture and material, and so the bucket would raise or lower or stop in its tracks, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I did a decent job, about as much as can be expected right now with the materials that were all combined together there. But the point was just to kind of get it to match a little bit more of the natural grade here instead of just a big mound. So I think we've accomplished that mission. So anyway, that's it for the day. Pretty successful day there for the first day of the year. Again, I just kind of do this as fill-in work, but it's fun to get out and get dirty here and there. But anyway, hope you enjoyed watching, and thanks for tagging along and seeing what the old John Deere 3032e is capable of handling. 5 foot brush hog, 5 foot bucket on there. Did a pretty good job. Thanks. Have a great day.